Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm at Productronica 2013 and I'm joined by Jürg from Juki. Jürg, thanks for joining me.
Very welcome.
Thank you for entertaining us these last two evenings with the fireworks. That was quite a spectacular.
It was emotional, wasn't it?
It was.
Especially Wednesday.
We shut all the lights off in the press lounge and we looked out the window. We had a beautiful view.
We think it was around 5,000 people around the lake, so it was huge.
That's very, very good. It looks like thousands of people have been on your booth as well this week. What have they been there looking at? What have you bought new?
You know, we did completely change how we address the market in the last 12 months. As we all know, it's a tough market in the moment. The market is not growing like we all would like to have, and we maybe in the pick-and-place industry have around half of the machines sold into the territories, into Europe especially, which we would have to be profitable, or all should be profitable. We should have 2,000 machines in the market, but we have around 1,000. So already 3 years ago, we were thinking, what can we do to give another direction? And we did basically two things. Out of the pick-and-place side, we said, all right, we need to be a complete supplier. That means we start with a 50,000 machine for the little guys, but we also have to go to the super high speed. Because that's where the biggest dollar volumina is worldwide, right? But we had no solutions at this time. And so one of how we covered this was basically, we looked since many years about somebody where could we buy technology? Because we needed a rotary head for speed. It is pick and place, it's great for the mid-range, but then you come to a point where you have to change. You cannot develop a rotary head because everything is patented. And 1 year ago, Sony came to us, Sony Corporation, and said, we would like to talk about a merge between the Sony pick-and-place systems and Juki. Now, out of this merge, basically got a takeover, which is just finished. And now we have the Sony high-speed machines under the Juki logo. We integrated around 150 people from Sony into Juki. And what that brought to us was the new Sony high-speed machine, which is around 75,000 components an hour, brings us again in a possibility to also sell in the future to an automotive in Europe, but also to a Foxconn. And they open up a lot of the large EMS where Sony is strong. So that was one line. So that was the pick and place line. But we also talked to a lot of our customer and key customer. What do you want? Where do you think the market goes in the next 5 years? And it's extremely difficult right now because this market, we are in a crazy market, right? Aren't we? And but they said, we need solutions. Pick and place, a solution, clear, but we need a broad solution.
Total solution,
So what we basically became is we call it a total solution provider. We do today basically the complete production line and also the material management, because we think there is the biggest saving you can do in the production is on the smart material management. And we did not take anybody over, but we worked with some key partners where we also have a development partnership. That means, of course, they are Chinese. They are some of the biggest Chinese suppliers, and they all had a problem to come to Europe because nobody knew their name. We gave them the Juki name. That was very difficult, by the way, because we had to prove to Juki Japan, our mother house, that we can keep the quality.
Can maintain the reputation.
Exactly. And we gave them the name, so they have a channel to funnel their system over us into Europe. And this was here at Productronica. It was like you opened the floodgate. Now we work for 1.5 years. We did not know exactly how good and how well this works. And that was maybe the biggest success we had, that our strategical vision we had 3 years ago, that was a huge success. We doubled our leads, what we have usually. We tripled. We had some special events to get address leads with our firework and all what you do for name recognition. And especially we have a huge amount of new contacts. Because now a customer comes maybe not for pick and place at Juki. He may come for smart material management or for a printer. And with that, we are very happy. Very happy.
So you grow your business through having the higher end placement machines, through connecting up and down the line, actually through the communication and the product materials management along the line. So smart machines creating a smart line, moving towards that smart supply chain that we're all striving for. If you look at your overall sales volumes, how they've gone up in that period, what impact has that had? What kind of percentage of growth have you seen as a result of adding those additional lines?
I think the benefit we will get next year, right?
Okay.
Because what we had until now was kind of a test phase, right? You know, having a new printer, and establish this on the market in Europe with the European competitor, it's not that easy. Now we sold around 100 printers in America and Europe in the last 12 months, and around 40 ones, and that's not bad.
Yeah.
So but the real benefit, I believe, we will have in 2014.
Yeah.
And our plan is that we are running around 25% of our business that is additional revenue with this line solution concept. And still 75% is, of course, pick and place.
Of course, your placement machines.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you took 150 staff from Sony. Are they development staff? Are they engineers? What kind of people are they? Are they support? And will they be part of the next generation of products? Are they part of the development strategy?
No, it's basically Sony EMCS will go away, right? They are in Osaka. The development group, and there are a lot of development people. That's always, especially software. Yeah, that's software is becoming so important. And they go to our headquarters in Tokyo. And then, of course, we also have production people just up in North Japan in our factory, where we move all the production basically up there. Some of the machines from Sony, because what they also gave us is SPI and AOI systems, right? And printer too. And this is done in Vietnam. But so it will be completely integrated, and the machine development, everything will be one.
Okay, so you have the Sony printer as well as the GKG printer, and how do they fit together in the marketplace? Are they at a different technology point?
Yeah, the wonderful thing there on this, what we did was, when we looked at Sony, does it make sense, was we have a lot of contact with Sony since many years. We have a lot of machines in Sony factories, right? And basically nowhere we saw that we get a clash, because when you take a takeover, it's always a problem.
The overlap
of a competition, that you have an overlap. We really don't have. With the printer, it's very easy. The GKG printer or the Juki printer we have is most probably of reliability, what it can do, and price unbeatable in the market, right? But it doesn't do 100%. Yeah. We are happy when we can cover 75 to 80% of the market.
With that price performance.
With that price performance. The Sony printer is basically for the other 20%. That means extremely accurate, the most accurate printer on the market right now. In the moment, the fastest printer on the market, but it's a different price tag, right? Yeah. And then, customers have to decide. So we think that our printer, the Sony printer, will be especially in the super high-speed lines.
Yeah, so you really have a very complete product portfolio now. One of the things we've been hearing about a lot this week, and I know it's a bit of a German phenomenon, is this Industry 4.0. People connecting everything together, and that kind of plays well with what you're doing in terms of providing a connected solution. Do you think the 4.0 revolution that they're talking about is a phenomenon in itself, or is it just a natural progression to?
It's natural. I think this is now a big fuss out of it, whatever you call it, but it is a normal question. Our margin is going lower and lower, and we have to try hard, and all what we are doing is basically also to sustain our margin or get the margin up, because the competition gets harder. EMS companies, there is the same effect. I mean, these guys are in such a tough market. That means they have to make, and every day they have to make the production more efficient, right? And you, as supplier, you have to give them the solution to be sufficient. And sufficient means today you connect everything together what you can to make it smarter, that the pick and place machine talks to your stock, and the stock talks to your pick and place machine, so that you can make no mistake, that your stock is minimized as possible, etc., etc.
No stoppages, no downtime.
Right, and I think that is our job, what you have to bring in the future as a supplier. Yeah. And if you don't do this, you most probably will not have no future.
Yeah. So the goals are consistent. And last question, you have this broad product offering. specifically, you're taking care of the European market. Mm-hmm. Is the market ready to respond to you? Is the market ready to invest and see some kind of uptick? Because it's been flat for maybe 4 years now.
It's always flat in the last 2 years, 3 years, since 2009 more or less, right? Yeah. But there's always investment.
Yeah.
Now the question is, where is the investment? And that's exactly what we did. If a guy maybe doesn't invest in a pick and place, he invests in a printer.
Yeah.
In the old days, we were out of the game because we didn't have a printer. Today, we had a lot of customers who came for our material management. They are no Juki users, and they will most probably, in a long time, not buy a Juki machine because they have, competition system.
Yeah.
So we try to do this. So flat, and that's why we think what happens in the next year is that a lot of this merge, what we just did, will happen with other companies. Yeah. Some will drop out. We believe the market may has a chance to grow in 2014 and 15, 6%.
Okay.
But 6% is not enough, right? To basically
sustain everyone that's there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll see consolidation and we'll see
absolutely
merger.
Consolidation. Yeah. I think the main word will be consolidation.
Yeah, and some of it technology driven like yours to complete a portfolio. Fascinating stuff. We'll keep an eye on that, Jürg, and we'll update with you next time we see you, which I expect will be in Nuremberg next year. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Good.